All right, slashing fraud and government waste are front and center for the Trump administration. Vice President Vance is wasting no time leading the anti-fraud task force. He told Fox News his team is moving faster than anyone expected and delivering real results.
I had this question to the Department of Justice. These investigations take a long time. People told me it would take at least 6 months. We've gone from Nick Shirley's video about the Minneapolis fraud schemes to active judges issuing warrants for this investigation in a matter of 3 months. We really have the most accelerated, aggressive anti-fraud operation that we've ever seen from the federal government. And again, it's because the President of the United States empowered his team to go after this.
It's taken no time to find the problem. It's a massive one. A new Government Accountability Office study finds in fiscal year 2025, agencies made a staggering $186 billion in improper payments across 64 programs. That's up $24 billion from the prior year, 82% of those being overpayments. Well, on the topic of fraud, yesterday federal agents raided daycare centers across Minnesota's Twin Cities as part of a broader effort targeting fraud. The raids came on the same day as Governor Tim Walz's State of the State address, where he tried to take credit for the Trump administration's crackdown.
People who have ripped us off are getting caught, and they are going to jail, just like today. I've said the buck stops with me. And as I know some of you will take that as an open invitation to play politics with every incident of fraud that takes place here in Minnesota, even though I have to tell you, the statistics show it's happening in red states more than here, but so be it. The more generous your support system is, the more oversight you need to make sure people aren't taking unfair advantage.
Except the tough guy act on fraud falls completely flat after he ghosted a key fraud hearing at the Minnesota State Capitol just hours before his big address. Joining us now is Minnesota Fraud Prevention Committee Chairwoman, Republican State Representative Kristen Robbins. She's also running for governor of Minnesota. State Representative, thanks for being here tonight. Tim Walz doesn't show up for your hearings, even though he's front and center in all this. I don't think Ilhan Omar ever shows up either. Would be nice to hear from those guys since they seem to have a lot of connections to the folks involved. Do you think you're ever going to get them in front of you so they can answer real questions?
I mean, based on their behavior this week, no. They've ghosted us, and it's really an affront to Minnesotans. They have been responsible for the billions of our dollars stolen, and they should come before the committee and answer our questions. And I found it just so frustrating when Tim Walz said, well, if you're generous, some people will take advantage of it. No, it's criminal stealing, theft, and it's not taking advantage of. These people are criminals who are taking our dollars from our taxpayers and from our needy citizens.
There have been people convicted of some of this fraud, okay, with the Feeding Our Future scam and other things. But you pointed out something that I thought was rather shocking. I want to see real punishments, okay? You've pointed out that some of these people who've stolen millions of dollars are getting like probation-only sentences on this. Is that true? And what could you do about it?
Yes, it's so frustrating. So our federal partners work so hard, investigate these cases, bring the prosecutions, and then they're given probation. A guy just yesterday, I think it was, he stole $2 million and got 1 year probation. It's unconscionable, and Minnesotans are so frustrated because without the criminal deterrent of real jail time, this is just going to keep happening because they will think crime pays. And so we need the judges to step up and have sentences that are commensurate with the crime.
I mean, how many millions of dollars do you got to steal to get a real penalty beyond a slap on the wrist and probation? Okay, I want to ask you about something because this caught my eye. I'm a native Minnesotan. We've got a cabin in Minnesota, and we fly the old Minnesota flag there, okay, because I love that flag. Now, Minnesota, in the last year or two, I think it was, changed to a different flag, which editorial, personal opinion, I think stinks, but they changed this flag, okay? There you are, the old flag, which is great, and I could tell you all about it if you could see a closer picture. The new flag, I'll just leave it at the new flag. Okay. Here's what's interesting, State Representative. There's a lot of cities in Minnesota that are saying, you know what? We don't like the new flag. We don't like how the state decided upon it. And we're going to fly the old one. And I like that, but some of your colleagues are trying to make a law punishing those cities for doing that. What do you make of this whole thing? What is the bigger story maybe that it's telling about the state of Minnesota?
Well, I think it shows that, once again, they're not listening to the people. The people do not support the new flag. And many of the towns in Minnesota have voted as city councils to only fly the old flag. But yet the state continues to push this. It was voted on by a commission. The legislature didn't vote on it. The people didn't vote on it. And people are furious. So this is more of the Democrats, when they're in charge, trying to tell everyone else what's good for them and what they should do. And Minnesotans are fed up with it, and they are trying to take back control of our state. And so this is just one example of how cities are pushing back and saying, no, we're sticking with the old flag.
And by the way, the charge that some of your colleagues on the other side of the aisle want to make is the old flag, which was redesigned in 1983, is somehow racist. And so that's why we have to get rid of it. And I think that's what a lot of Minnesotans say, like, hey, you cannot like the old flag, but don't call me a racist. Don't call the designers of that flag in 1983 racist. And if we had more time, I'd walk through each piece of it, because I can tell you what each piece means, and I absolutely love it. But we are out of time. Kristen Robbins, thanks for being with us tonight. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.